What do you make of this whole ZTE thing?
Look, I think your lead-in said it very clearly. I think Chinese technology is still very dependent, regardless of what anybody says. Chinese technology companies are still very dependent on the West when it comes to IP, when it comes to patents, and of course that was very evident with ZTE. So this core program that the Chinese have been really focusing on is this Made in China 2025, which is about bolstering capabilities in 10 key technology areas: AI, robotics, aerodynamics, etc.
And the threat is it could be done through basically ripping off U.S. IP.
Potentially, but yeah. I think this is going to be a major obstacle and a stumbling block for Secretary Ross when he goes there, because one of the key asks, if you will, that's on that list that he's bringing is stop your state subsidies or really curtail your state subsidies, you know, obviously technology transfer and IP. And then I think that the tariffs are sort of a secondary track, you know, reducing tariffs and eliminating tariffs. So I think this whole focus on technology and this whole focus on the state, Beijing, subsidizing technology isn't going to go away. So that is going to become and remain a problem. And
you think top of the agenda, in fact, when Secretary Ross heads over to Beijing end of the week for what would be, I guess now, what the third leg of talks between the U.S. and China on trade. You know, here's the thing, though. This whole thing about forced transfer of technology, you can make a case where you know, U.S. companies would be extremely tempted to, let's say, give in to that demand if it gave them access. I mean, that's the all-crucial thing, getting into the China market, right? So if it's contractual, two parties, consenting parties agree to make it happen, yes. Is that forced transfer?
Well, you know, you could say that's quid pro quo, yeah. Or others would say that's the Faustian bargain. But nonetheless, I would agree to a certain extent with that, and that is you get market access. The other thing is that Western companies have not typically brought their top-of-the-line processes. They've ring-fenced those off. Yeah. They've kept those out of China if possible. I think where they've been burned or where they've been hurt is where their joint venture partners have very surreptitiously either hacked into the system and actually, you know, gained access to the secrets back home, if you will. That clearly has happened. But you know, companies going into China, investing, bringing over operations, that's a major caveat, and they understand that. That's the risk that they're going to have to take.
Hey everybody, it's Hadley Gamble from our new CNBC Middle East Bureau in Abu Dhabi. Thanks for stopping by. Now to watch more, you can try one of the videos that just popped up on your screen. And don't forget to subscribe.